I'm Jason Bellamy here at CSM 2014 in Las Vegas. At a national conference like this, we have more than 300 educational sessions, but it's also a great time for the profession to come together and talk about issues that are really affecting them. And some of those are legislative issues, payment issues. And to talk about those, I have Mandy Froelich of PTA staff. So give me a sense right now of some of those most important high-level legislative issues that are out there affecting PTs and PTAs.
Great question, Jason. There's actually quite a bit going on Capitol Hill right now, and we continue to have, as always, a presence with our advocates and with APTA staff on the Hill. But there's actually quite a bit going on in the realm of payment reform, and that's an issue we'll be talking about quite a bit this week. On Capitol Hill, though, specifically to payment reform, there's a lot of effort going on to deal with the sustainable growth rate. So that's the payment formula under which all Medicare providers are paid for outpatient services. And like other providers, that's something that affects physical therapists. So in fact, there's legislation being seriously considered in the first quarter of this year that would actually repeal that sustainable growth rate formula, and included in that is also a repeal of the therapy cap, which is a quite important issue, and as many of our APTA members know, an issue that our members and APTA staff have been working on for quite a long time.
So a repeal of the STR, a repeal of the therapy cap, what does that really mean? You know, what do I need to come away from this knowing as a PT?
Well, and that's also a great question. I mean, we've talked about payment reform for a long time, obviously with healthcare reform and sort of full implementation swing. To add payment reform on top of that's a pretty significant issue for physical therapists. So it's actually quite important that members really understand what's going on in the payment reform realm, take advantage of the resources on the website. This is something that has the potential to affect how PTs are paid going forward under Medicare. So it's important that members are very in tune with this and understand what could possibly happen in the first quarter.
Give me a sense of timeline. We're at early February here, 2014. What's going to happen in the next few months, and what do people need to be aware of?
Well, the therapy cap exceptions process actually expires at the end of March. It was a short-term extension that was supposed to allow time for Congress to continue to work on this policy. PTs need to be aware that in the next 3 months, again, that there could be permanent change on both of these policies. That's really important because PTs and APTA members have been working for years to actually see the end of therapy cap. And if this does happen, it means essentially that our members and physical therapists across the nation would no longer have to sort of ask for those annual extensions and advocate on those issues. And that's something that we would consider a big win at APTA.
So even if you've every year stepped up and taken action to try and stop the therapy cap, because this is so important, right now, what do people need to do? What are we asking our members to do and our non-members?
So as Congress has now returned from the break, we are really asking our members first to stay engaged and understand what the issues are. They're complicated, difficult issues that don't always make sense on the surface. However, we're asking them to visit our website and look at resources on these Medicare changes, to make sure they're a member of P-Team, our legislative advocacy network, and to regularly view our Legislative Action Center for opportunities to take action on this legislation and any legislation really going forward into the future. Lastly, I would mention that in the fall of last year, launched a legislative action app. We're really pleased to provide that to our members. It's an easy way to get engaged, to quickly email your member of Congress or to engage with staff on the Hill and let them know why these issues are important. And that will be critical for this first quarter.
And that's a chance to basically in seconds take action that has a significant benefit when it sums up, when all PTs do it, all PTAs do it on these major issues, right?
Absolutely. There's nothing more impactful than when our members come out in the thousands and email Congress or call Congress and tell them why it's so important to get rid of the therapy cap permanently. So we have a huge voice on Capitol Hill, and so it's so important that members do pay attention right now to make sure that we are, really addressing these issues in the near term.
Andy, thank you. So those are the issues. Please download the app, learn about these issues. We'll also be doing more updates like this from CSM. To watch those, go to apta.org/CSM/video. I'm Jason Bellamy. I'll catch you next time.